Welcome, I'm glad you're here. Yesterday I was playing Digimon Story Time Stranger on my GPD Win Max, and I got into a boss fight with a Skull Siegramon, and I was having a bit of a tough time. I don't want to spoil anything if you haven't gotten to that part yet, but I think you know what I'm talking about if you've done that boss fight. I think someone in the comments in a previous video mentioned that boss fight, and so when I got to the boss, I think I knew what they were talking about. And I was having a tough time, and I was struggling a little bit, and I was not doing a lot of damage at all. And so I thought, oh, I'll get my skull, my Shell Numamon, and he's pretty cool. Shell Numamon's a pretty neat character anyway. He's got a move, Mature Poop, where he throws poop, and it does 15% of the enemy's remaining health, I think, is that how it works. It does a huge chunk, all right? It's a massive chunk. It ignores defenses, and it was cool. And I'm chipping away at it, and then it gets to a point where Skull Siegramon opens his mouth, and they say, oh, aim your attacks into his mouth. And all of the other Digimon that I had, they weren't really doing that much damage. They were just chipping away little bits of damage here and there, even though they were, effective. I'd been doing so much Digivolving and Digivolving backward and forward that my guys actually, their levels weren't that high, right? And so I'm relying on Shell Numamon to throw his poop to deal the majority. He really carried me through that battle. He did the majority of the battle. And so Skull Siegramon opens his mouth, and the game says, oh, his mouth's open, aim your attacks inside of his mouth. And I stopped for a second because I didn't feel quite right. Because then I thought, I'm gonna have to mature poop inside of his mouth. And I felt weird. I was sitting there it was Shell Numamon's turn, and I sat there for at least a good 30 seconds, and I felt so weird, so uncomfortable, and I thought, well, that's what the boss wants me to do. So I used Shell Numamon, and I threw poop inside of his mouth, and I beat the boss kind of easily thanks to Shell Numamon, but I sure felt weird about it. That's the first time I've had to poop into a boss's mouth to win. So I'm really enjoying Digimon Story Time Stranger. Really fantastic. Just in the underwater. It doesn't show up right on the cam. On the webcam's not picking it up. This is a fantastic game. It's really, every new area I get to is just really fantastic, really interesting. The environments are beautiful, and it is so cool finding new Digimon. So I'm still trying to Digivolve my dudes and find more stuff. Okay, I've actually I've seen some job applications for Antarctica, and I'm interested in that. I'm gonna see what that's all about. All right, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later.